Hey there, I'm Ricky Don, and I certainly appreciate you pressing that play button and tuning into this video. Beside me is
Robert.
and today's review is going to be on a cheapie that you will enjoy wearing and that nobody around you smelling it on you will say, oh, that smells inexpensive. It does not come across as a cheapie. It is one that you will be proud to wear and happy to wear. It is basically a spring and summer scent. We bought it late last summer.
Mhm.
We wore it the last few weeks of summer, and then here in the Midwest, we can have some warm fall days. So there was some time in the fall that we got a little bit of use out of it. It is Banana Republic's 78 Vintage Green. 78 is in the title
Because that's when they opened Banana Republic.
Banana Republic was founded in 1978. Vintage is in the title because they used chords and notes that were common and popular in 1978 in the fragrance industry. And then green is in the title because it is a green fragrance and it is really kind of a green tea fragrance. Comes across as a green tea. Um, for those of you that care about the presentation, this is the box. It's kind of a simple box, but it does not come across as a cheap, inexpensive presentation. You've got an outer sleeve with the slide-in coffin that contains the parfum, and this is a parfum concentration. And inside this, the coffin, there is a foam background with the cutout for the bottle to slide into, like we see in a lot of niche fragrances that we buy today. This is a common practice with a lot of niche fragrances. The bottle is one of those that you can pick up from the lid without worrying about it popping off and the bottle dropping and breaking. The bottle is a simple elegance. It's just a clear glass with a perfectly crystal clear juice inside. On the front, you've got a simple but elegant looking label with the house name and the parfum name. And then on the bottom, of course, you're going to have the little sticker with the batch code and tracking information. One of the fragrances that this reminds me of is one of my favorite fragrances, is Bulgari's Eau de Vert. Eau de Vert is, I have had this bottle since 2000, 2001. A dear friend gifted this to me, and I've used a little over half of the bottle. We've used a little over half of the bottle. It's a green tea fragrance that's very similar to 78 vintage, except you notice
It's a lot sweeter.
he picks up on that this is considerably sweeter than 78 vintage green, even though they both have a sweetness to them. They're both sweet. But I notice in this that the Bulgari is a little bit darker underneath the sweetness. It's not real dark. It's not a dark fragrance, but it's got some darker notes than vintage green does. So that's the differences in them. I'm going to go ahead and spray this on and I'm going to use the white end. The atomizer, I'm going to lean over here a little bit so maybe you can see the juice. Atomizer's a decent atomizer. And it's one of those that you can press lightly and get a little bit of juice that still fans out, or you can depress firmly and get a lot of juice that fans out. So many of these inexpensive atomizers, when you push on them, try to push on them lightly, and just a drop or two will poop out of it instead of projecting. You have to press fully. That's not the case with this bottle. And I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and hand that to you. I can smell it from here, and that opening note of the bergamot and the citrus leaves. I'm sorry, the green leaves and the orange mandarin are pretty noticeable right up front. And then the mid notes are green tea, fig, jasmine, and magnolia. So there's some floral to this. And that was the other difference in the Gary, you noticed, and once you mentioned it, then I realized he's absolutely correct. What?
That there's rose in it.
Yeah,
And it's really, to me, it's real strong rose fragrance because roses to me always were real sweet.
yeah, and I had never paid any attention to that rose note whatsoever, and then he mentioned it to me, and I was like, rose, and sure enough, there was. And then when I looked it up, it's even mentioned. But then getting back to the 78 vintage green, the base notes on this are a bit surprising. One, vetiver's not surprising at all. Two, cedar's not surprising at all. But the musk, it's got cedar, musk, vetiver as the base notes, and the musk really gets me. I've been wearing this for a couple of hours now. The musk is very light. It's not a heavy, dark, animalistic musk. It's not. It's for those of you that do not like musk. The musk in this will not offend you. I do
It's
not.
very light.
Yeah, you don't if you don't know you wouldn't pick it up if you didn't read it in the notes. Once you've been made aware of, you can kind of go, oh yeah, on that dry down, I'm beginning to get some a tad bit of musk. But nothing heavy and nothing offensive. It is, it opens up real brisk and bright, with the bergamot and the orange mandarin, but it's not too very long before those florals start showing up.
Right.
And which one of those is more noticeable to you, the jasmine or the magnolia?
I think that the jasmine is more.
Yeah, that's the one that's more noticeable
prominent.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's more noticeable to me as well. We picked this up. I don't think we've covered that yet, have we? We picked this up at Burlington for $19.99. You can find it on any of the fragrance online discounters. I think on there, most of them are around $26, $27 and up. And of course, that's going to fluctuate through the seasons and their availability. But at Burlington, we picked it up for $19.99, and I've seen it there numerous times when we'd go back and shop again. And for $19.99, I mean, that is a steal.
And it's a fragrance that you would go back and buy more of.
Yeah. We empty this bottle, and it's one of those that we don't mind spraying this on and wearing it because we know that we run out. We'll just go back and pick up another bottle. We can afford it. Some of the other fragrances that we've got in our collection, we're a little stingy with those when we wear them. We're kind of stingy sometimes with how often we wear them. But he's like me. There are times that if I need to pick me up and I've just kind of had a rough day, instead of hitting a margarita or a martini, I'll head to our perfume closet and sit down and just start opening bottles and going. And every now and then I'll think, where is he at? I'm missing him. I'll go in there and look, and he'll be in the closet going and sniffing bottles, and it's they're kind of a pick me up. So. Is there anything that you want to add to this before we wrap it up?
No, I think we're good.
It's I think that we've covered it. If you have any questions or comments, please hit them below. We'll definitely take the time to answer and communicate and visit with you. We love doing that. We would appreciate you subscribing if this review's been helpful to you. We have plenty more to come in the future, and we'd appreciate the like button.
Yeah.
We with that, we are going to say over and out, and thank you for viewing. Bye-bye.
Thank you.